All right. Good day, everyone. Greetings. Good day. I hope you all are well. Give me just a second. I'm looking down because I'm playing with this phone. So give me just a second. How's everyone doing? Greetings, Queen Kathy. Always lovely to have you in the building. Give me just a second. My computer's trying to freeze on me. So thank you for everyone for joining. Hope you all are doing well today. Yesterday, I celebrated my 42nd birthday. So, hello, Queen Mother. I am well, thank you. Thank you so much. I celebrated my 42nd birthday. So I am super excited to be here another year with everyone. Everyone should take a second to be grateful that they live to see another day, right? So much is going on. Life is precious. So tonight for Wealth Builders Alliances, please feel free to like and share. We are just going to sit and have a quick conversation. We're going to chit chat really quickly. Just on a positive note, just kind of go over some things that we talked about before as far as wealth building, but just share some positive things. So if you all want to share anything positive in the chat, let me know how you all's day is going, how your week is going, what's going on with the holiday season. Right. Everybody, a lot of people have been out doing a lot of shopping. I have been stress-free this year. And that's how I would like to remain. Okay. So much has gone on the past couple of years. I know last Friday, I was not on for Wealth Builders Alliances. We had a homegoing celebration for Queen Sharika Levitt, aka Brooklyn Love. And so shout out to Darnell Blakely and family, my family, Brandon Rivers, Dennis Dilly, everyone that came out and paid tribute to her in her transition and her homegoing. So I was not here Friday, so I took some time to recoup and get everything in order with that. So we're back this Friday. We got one more Friday before the year ends, so we're going to make the best of it. Give me just a second. I'm trying, my phone is freezing up. And I'm trying to get it together. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this link address in. I know my cousin is supposed to be coming in and chatting with us, my cousin William. So perhaps he'll show up. Again, please like and share. We're just going to sit and chit chat for a little while. Give me just a second. This technology is ridiculous. So I'm going to put it in the chat for anyone that wants to click the link throughout the conversation and come up and chat. So I'll stick that in there. That's the link. So again, we're just going to sit here and chit chat for a little while and see how everybody's doing. So the conversation is the gift of giving and receiving. So again, life is so precious. Again, everybody take some time to be grateful for everything we have and just see a brighter side of life. Give me a second. I'm restarting my phone. So tired of technology. Hang on. Okay, we're going to restart that and see how it goes. Yep, so here we are. So I wanted to share something with you all. My phone's acting wonky. I'm going to see if I can do it on this other phone. Hopefully it does not kick me off of stereo. I'm on stereo also, so hopefully it doesn't kick me off. But I wanted to share with you all what the outlook of the summer, or the winter solstice, excuse me. And I was going to do this yesterday. I just got so caught up with things. I did not have a moment to do so. So we're going to read from National Today, even though it is a day later. We're going to read it anyways. Here we go. So nationaltoday.com, as you all know, I love reading off of nationaltoday.com for all the holidays and stuff. Hang on, let me see. Month. December. It's always good information. It's always fun information. While I'm looking for this, I do want to encourage you all to go over to my website. I'm going to put the information at the bottom really quickly. You all can go over to my website and please like and share. Please subscribe. All the information is right there at the bottom. Let me see. That's the email. Okay, yeah, the email and the website. So if you want to go over there, it's www.clearestconscience-hlc.com. If you go over to Acorns Coin Conscience under the tab, I think it's under more, you can sign up for Acorns over there. You can also do so on my Facebook pages. They are pinned to the top of my post. Acorns is an awesome way to invest your money, right? And grow your money. So check that out. Even if you click on the link and just go and look for information about it, I would do that here. I do not want to mess with this computer because it's so wonky. So you all check that out. So really quickly, I'm going to read about the winter solstice, which is December 21st, again, my birthday, which was yesterday. So the winter solstice marks the day with the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere. So I don't know about you all. You all know me. I am in bed early. 8 o'clock is a good bedtime for me. At 42, it's been like that for a long time. So I was definitely in bed early. My king took me out for supper. So we had a great time spending some time together. My children were over the day before. So just getting some family time in. That is what is so important this season and every season, right? Or every day of the year. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. So the winter solstice, the shortest day and the longest night, all thanks to the tilt of the earth, the way the earth tilts, right? So it says you'll see gradually shorter nights and longer days. So hold on, you can still find a reason to rejoice, because after today, which was yesterday, December 21st, you'll see gradually shorter nights and longer days, which means you can look forward to the emergence of spring. So I don't know about you all, but I love spring. Winter, I'm a winter baby, but it is not my favorite season. I am so grateful. I've learned to be grateful for it, but it is not my favorite season. And a shout out to my queen mother and my father for giving me life on that day. So I certainly appreciate that. I am a winter baby. So the winter solstice says it's full of symbolism. It says, and I'm reading from nationaltoday.com. It says, whether or not you happen to be sensitive or to long hours of darkness, it's impossible not to interpret this day as an optimistic turning towards brighter moments. Across the world, various holidays have been celebrated on this day in various spiritual and religious traditions, but they all have an element of rebirth and renewal involved. So this is a season of rebirth. This is a season of renewal. So hopefully you all can embrace that and look for brighter things coming your way day by day, right? Moment by moment. That's how we have to look at things. We have to be optimistic and present in gratitude in what's going on in our lives, which brings it to the next point, reading from nationaltoday.com again. So it says, it's a reminder of how small we are. And again, we're talking about the winter solstice, which is on my birthday, December 21st, which is yesterday. So it says the word solstice comes from the Latin word solstitium, which means the sun stands still. That's because on this day, the sun reaches its southernmost position as seen from the earth and seems to stand still at the Tropic of Capricorn before it changes direction. It's hard to focus on your own small problems and concerns if you're thinking about these huge planets and their movements through the universe. Don't you think? It says. And that's why we love it, for the sense of perspective. Again, speaking on the winter solstice. So something to think about. How many times do we complain? Do we murmur? Do we bicker about things that are really irrelevant, and we don't change the algorithm of our lives, right? What's going on, Charlie Sprinkles? Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to switch this phone. I'm gonna play this recording from Charlie Sprinkles here on stereo. Thank you for tuning in, King. Please like and share. In the link, Charlie, there is a link for YouTube if you want to jump over on there. There's a link there. If you do, please feel free to subscribe, right? So I'll play this recording.
It's not only a Latin word, but it's an old Latin word, not today's Latin. You know what I mean?
You're so right. So Charlie Sprinkles always gives good knowledge. He's on here and he always gives food for thought. He's very intellectual. So thank you for that. That is so true. That's so true. So I'm gonna read a little more. Again, I'm reading from nationaltoday.com. It says it's only, and I'm sorry. Shout out Tori for hopping in. Says it's going to be easier to get out of bed from now on. Again, talking about the winter solstice. So seasonal affect disorder affects around 20% of Americans when the reduced light, warmth, and color of winter leave a person feeling down, irritable, and tired. I know that is something I struggled with for a long time. And I didn't realize it, and I had to put an identity to it. But at the same time, I've had to learn how to rearrange my thought process, think more positively, pick myself up in those, kind of dreary moments, right? Because we can have seasons of winter all year round, right? So we want to be cautious of that. It says it can make it hard to function during the winter months, affecting relationships and even just the ability to get out of bed and get on with your day. For those who find winter a slog, the knowledge that the planet keeps on turning and things will get easier from now on can be a blessed relief. So again, always think positive about what's going on in your life. That was just a little bit of information with that. But definitely always be positive about what's going on in your life. Try to see the brighter side of things, because things can always be worse, right? So we want to get into the mindset And not just wait till the end of the year and going into the new year. We want to be proactive now. We're having this conversation now. So if you're listening in the moment, this is a good time to think about what matters to you, what goals you have, what ambitions you have, not just for the new year, but for your life. And it starts one day at a time, right? The best way to do that for me is to write those things down. Journaling is really good. It's a therapeutic way to keep your thoughts in order, to keep your mind in check, and to hold yourself accountable for what you want in your life. So just remember that. Charlie Sprinkles has another comment, so we're going to play that on stereo. Give me just a second. Let's play that.
Look at the brighter side of things. So what? You lost your job, but it's a sunny day. You know what I mean? Peace.
Absolutely. I certainly agree. Thank you so much. I love that positivity. I don't know about you all. I'm here in Indiana. It was like 50 degrees outdoors today, the past couple of days. So it's been really nice. Past maybe like 3-4 days ago, we got some 20-30 degree weather, but it's been really nice. So I'm going to be so grateful for it. So it's the little things in life. I'm going to take a sip of water. Give me just a second. We take so many things for granted. So yes, that is so important. What else? I talked about acorns, going over to acorns. I know I just got off a call. I was on a call, with a business call, with finances. As you all know, I speak about financial independence and financial wealth and all that, financial freedom, which is so important. So this year, we definitely want to get in the mindset of changing how we look with our finances, being positive, and being mindful of what's going on around us, and not being afraid of what's going on around us. This world will scare the bejeebies out of you if you let it. What's going on in the news? Everything's so negative anymore, right? We have to find a positive balance in life, but make sure we're paying attention to what's going on. Let's pay attention to what's going on with the economy, right? And how things are changing. Are you ready for, you never know what this government's going to do. So we definitely want to be prepared. Have short-term savings, have long-term savings, have emergency savings. We definitely want to have those things in place. I know, shout out to United Empires of Akibalon. One thing we talk about, one thing we're big on is growing your own food, right? And shout out to Queen Kathy. I'm always asking her, having conversations with her about, especially indoor growing. You know, she's on the West Coast, so the weather's a little different, but I wonder about indoor growing when it comes to wintertime, and preserving those foods. So you definitely want to go and check out the United Empires of Akibalon. I'm going to put that up on the screen on, if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, give me just a second. I'll put it on the screen. Go over there and see what's going on. Those things are so important to understand and tap into, but not just that. We talk about bug-in bags. You know, what happens when the electricity goes wonk? You know, do you have batteries? Do you have flashlights? Do you have tools and resources to clean your water, filter your water? Do you even know what that looks like, how to do those things? I am so grateful for that, for everyone that is here with me now on any platform. And that's why I do try to share positive information, because there are so many individuals out here speaking about things that have no value and no substance, right? And we have to stop wasting our time with things that have no value and no substance. We have to start reading more. We have to start learning more. We have to start investing in ourselves more, right? So do we have these resources? What happens when jobs go overseas? You know, we don't think about those things when we hear them on TV or on the news or whatnot until it affects you. And you really don't know what those things look like until it hits you, you know. So we really need to be mindful from here on and out. So please, again, like and share to get the word out. You know, that is so important. So I'm going to play another comment. Let's see what we have going on stereo from Charlie Sprinkles. Let's hear it.
What would be financial wealth to you, and what would be financial freedom to you? I'm going to give you what I'm actually doing as far as financial freedom and things like that. Peace.
Okay, good question. Thank you for asking. So, first of all, wealth looks like different things to different people, and it's not just finances. It is a holistic approach when we talk about wealth. We talk about assets. We talk about not just monetary things, not just tangible things. We talk about assets, things where you leave a legacy, things where you have substance to grow your, to sustain life, to thrive in life. So when I'm speaking on wealth, it is not just a financial aspect. It's a well-rounded mindset and way of life, a lifestyle, right? So when I'm speaking on financial freedom and financial wealth, that means that there is no struggle. There is no paycheck to paycheck. You are able to not only, survive, but you can thrive, right? You have the resources to do that. And so with wealth altogether comes knowledge. Knowledge is part of wealth. Health is part of wealth, right? So to answer that question, it looks like a lot of different things. It means that you're not struggling. It means that you can provide for others around you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to work, but you have the freedom to not be constrained and held down by the stipulations of a job. And for instance, what I mean by that, can there are people right now that are on jobs that are wanting to take vacation time, right? They have, dozens of hours of vacation time, but because they've been so overworked or they've chosen to overwork themselves, and now the end of the year is here, and those PTRs don't roll over. Now it's crunch time trying to take off work, right? But now you're short staffed. So the management doesn't want you to take off. We'll roll them over because of this. That's not financial freedom. So for me, that entails being able to move how accordingly in order for you to live your best life. In a nutshell. I'm gonna play this next comment from Charlie Sprinkles. Hope I answered that question overall.
That's the problem, sweetheart. We don't know what they're gonna do, and we're supposed to know what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Peace.
I do. You're so right. I agree. So he was referring to the government, I believe. But yeah, we definitely do have to be aware of what's going on and share this knowledge. So I do again love Charlie Sprinkles and his feedback and his knowledge. We definitely have to be aware of what's going on around us, and not just be aware, but be proactive, right? We don't want to be caught with the pants down. We don't want to be caught, with the foot in the trap, right? Queen Kathy on here on YouTube says that's me, but I always roll 40 hours. Yeah, and that's good that you can, because that's what I'm saying, to not have the freedom to do that, to not have the freedom to take off when you're sick and you have you paying the health insurance, it's such a lack of ability to not be burdened by money, right? So let's hear what Charlie Sprinkles has to say again here on stereo.
He was pretty much correct. We would have to become creditors in order to do that. A debtor can never generate generational wealth, not ever, because they're debtors. But we're actually the creditors, and we can actually move into the creditor position and really have the wealth to pass on, and we don't have to work. We discharge debt being a creditor. It's lovely over here.
I love that. That is such a good point. I know my cousin William, we joked some months ago, we were talking about, people asking for money, on the streets or whatnot. You never know anyone's situation, but teach us on. I'm not even gonna go there, but I might go there in a minute. We'll see. But we were talking about that, and he says, you're asking me for change, I'm gonna ask you for change too, and not just change. That's for some bills. He taught me about, he made an interesting point. as far as, loaning out money, because I don't loan out money. I might bless you and gift you, but I don't loan out money because there's so many expectations with that coming back, and it's just a problem for me. So I don't have any expectations when I loan it out. But he was saying that when you do loan out money, and it just made perfect sense, you loan out money even to family, there is interest on that. And when you don't pay the interest, when you don't pay that money back altogether, you pay it back just like you borrowed it, like my husband says, my king says, there's interest and there's late fees, there's late payments, and it's in the personal, it's business. And we have to get into the habit of, like I said, the topic is the gift of giving and receiving. We have to get out of the habit of always giving and pouring into people that don't have anything of substance to either offer back to ourselves or, to, more importantly, to others collectively, right? So that is so important. Good point. I'm going to play another comment from Charlie Sprinkles. Let's hear it.
Yep. So how can we play the game if we don't know how to play the game? You lose every time. And while we're losing, it'll appear that we're winning. Isn't that something?
Yes. That is so true. That is so true. And that's what's crazy. People do not want to, it's not crazy because it's a reality for a lot of people. We don't want to have a discussion about finances, about wealth, about generational wealth, about assets, and then we are left stuck, on ignorance, stuck on stupid or whatnot. And it's just not healthy. We are not winning. And all because we have material things does not mean that we're winning, right? So we have to start thinking about how we apply our knowledge, right? And all because I talked about this a few weeks ago about the difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? A lot of us know a lot of things, but we're not using the wisdom to implement that knowledge to live our best lives. So we definitely do need to invest in more knowledge. Let's hear what Charlie Sprinkles has to say again. I love it.
It's bad to see the people that's bums like and begging for money when they have no idea that they have a sister-through account with millions of dollars in it. That's every American. That's why you have a social with a number on the back. It's nothing but it's a tracking number to an account. Isn't that something, man? Women that have they get food stamps. We're not giving them that. They're drawing money out of their sister Q account and they're paying for their own. It's just unknown to the people, though. You know what I mean?
Come on, King, speak that truth. I love it. I love it. So those are comments from Stereo. Listen to Charlie Sprinkles. That is so true. Your social security number. So like with that, he spoke about the social security number. I speak about, we talk about getting that EIN number, right? That is so important. Even if you don't have a business right now, the government sees you as a business entity, right? That is why we're seen as collateral in this country. Okay, we're seen as collateral. So the gold is missing. The gold is gone. Something is gone. But there's still a commodity, and that is human life. So we're going to be careful with that when we talk about it. I'm sure Charlie Sprinkles is going to chime in on this one too when it comes to the birth certificate and the certificate of birth. Again, property of the government. So we have to do our research. So with the EIN number, definitely apply for that for free. Okay, you can apply for that on your government website. I know ours is like nd.gov here. You know what I'm saying? The King. Hang on. I'm in the matrix. Hang on just a second. I think I'm in the matrix on YouTube and on Start. Give me just a second, you all. I hate when this happens. Charles, please, I'm gonna play this. Recording in just a second. Let me see what's going on my computer. Okay. All right. Technology is something, y'all. Okay, sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear me on YouTube or Facebook. I'm gonna give it just a second. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I was frozen. Think I'm still frozen. Give me just a second. Do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I see you, Charlie Sprinkles. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play these messages in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. So I was frozen. I'm back. Okay, cool beans. I'm back. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, cool beans. Shout out to D Mays. Mind Games Uncut is in the house. I hope you're feeling better, King. I know you. He was not feeling well. Missed his live podcast, which is every Tuesday, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So you all make sure you go over and subscribe to him. And again, it's Mind Games Uncut. I know I was running around yesterday for my birthday, so I got to catch some of Queen Tina Berry with the United Empires of Akibalon and a host of other amazing people speaking on the Ozone Wallace case. So if you all don't know about that, you definitely want to go and check out Straight No Chaser with the Queen on YouTube, and you can watch that broadcast from last night. Very powerful. Very impactful. So make sure you check that out. So really quickly, I lost my train of thought as I got froze on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, Charlie, for sticking with me here on stereo. I'm gonna play his comments. There's some of the birth certificate and stuff, and the social security card. So let's see what he has to say.
It's not any EI number, but a banker's EIN number.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Hang on. Banker's EIN number. See, look at that. Learn something new, right? And that's what it's about. Empowering people, sharing information, right? So thank you so much for that. I'm gonna definitely check that out as far as a difference, because I do have an EIN number. I'm gonna check that out as far as a difference. Thank you so much, King. Play this next comment from you.
Every time I be talking, things be happening. Hey, they got the people thinking a certain way, and they don't want that to change. You know what I mean?
That's so true. Are you messing up my algorithm with your truth, King? That's so true, though. But we got to speak the truth, right? And a lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is, isn't it? So yes, that's so true. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, make sure you all check that out. I am gonna look into the banker's EIN number. See, just knowledge. And again, I don't know everything. What I do is I do share information that I do know, and we just continue to learn and grow together. And that, again, that is so important. So yes, make sure you have plans for here on out. Make sure that you are thinking financially. Make sure you're thinking about your wealth. Again, not just your finances, but your health as well. When your life is wiki whack, right? It can mess up. Your hair starts falling. You start to age quicker, you start to grade quicker, you start things, weight loss, migraines. We've talked about these things before, right? So you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. That's a part of your wealth. You can't have all this money and think that you can spend money if you are not with us anymore, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to sustain your life. You have to be cautious about the choices you make in life, okay? when it comes to your spiritual well-being? Are you grounded? Are you around people that are going to make a difference in your life? Are you around people that just cause havoc, right, and stress? We have to think about those things. Your environment matters so much. Okay, make sure you're mindful about who you spend your time with, the company that you keep. I know my cousin was over. Shout out to my cousin Dennis Dilly. He was over the other day, and I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. He was over the other day, and we got to talking. It's so awesome to sit and chat with him. It's fun for us to watch each other grow, learn and grow, you know, and that's with anybody I deal with. Growth is always awesome to see and be a part of. So I want to make sure I have this on my thing for you guys. I don't know to put it on here. So he was playing with my singing bowl. I'm going to show you guys my singing bowl. I love my singing bowl. This is a really awesome way to get yourself grounded if you're not used to meditating. It's a really awesome way to do that. And so he was over here playing with. I'm gonna let you guys hear it really quickly because it's super cool. Check it out. Hang on. Isn't that pretty awesome? I love my singing bowl. I'm getting my cousin one. Because he loved it. I love that. Anyways, awesome way to ground yourself. You can feel that vibration. It just feels so lovely. It makes me so happy. So I know my queen mother has one. I got her one. I got my sister one. So you guys definitely have to get a singing bowl. I'm gonna put that on my Facebook page. I'm gonna put those links up, and I'll put it on my website too, so you can give your website a link to purchase that if that's something that you want to grab just for yourself. It's very, very soothing. So something to keep in mind. So yeah, again, back to your wealth. Find ways to ground yourself. Stay around people that are motivating, that make positive changes in your life. Yes, Queen Kathy, Queen Mother, I love it. I love it. So yes, we had to change our mindsets, and it starts today, right? Life is too short, right? So I'm gonna play another message from Charlie Sprinkles. We got Pyrogram and the Pyro Gym in the building. Okay, hold on a second.
I tell people, if you have a big house, nice cars, and pretty and attractive, you ain't made it
either. That's what's up. I agree with you. I'm sorry, I'm reading this. I'm gonna read this one from Pyro Gym.
Girl, what the hell is that? That just gave me like a weird, like mini headache. What was that? Are you doing like you know what the Jamaicans do, like in the steel drums? Is that basically what you're doing, or like the glass thing, like with crystal glass? Actually, I should try that out because I've got crystal glass. I should try that out.
Yes, you know what, Quinn? That's what it is. It's like the crystal glasses. Yeah. So I'm on YouTube and Facebook Live too. So that link is in the top if you want to jump on there. But yeah, you can't see and you can't. I think it sounds a little different. So yes, that's what that is. They're called singing bowls. So yeah, I didn't know how it would sound over the stereo sound, but yes, that's what it is. You should definitely try the glass crystal bowls. They're so nice. And they really are soothing. So yeah, check those out. So yeah, again, make sure you change your mindset this year, right? What do you have going on? What's positive in your life? We're going to stop all the complaining, right? Because it does not change anything. It does not build growth. So what can we do this year what can we do tomorrow to where we change the algorithm, right, of our lives? You are the creator of your life. Right? You are in charge of the well-being of your life. And that is so important for us to realize. It would keep us from feeling like we can continue to blame other people and not be accountable for things, right? And it allows us to make positive changes when we are more accountable for who we are and what we want in life. But you got to know what you want first, right? So again, make sure you all start journaling. if you do not already, on a daily basis, write down positive affirmations, right? Nothing negative, nothing like, I will not be broke. You want to write something like, I am rich, I am wealthy, I have abundance of resources, I am a blessing to others, you know. So definitely make sure you pay attention to how you word the direction of your life. You need to be very intentional in what you're wanting in your life. Be very specific, and do not be afraid to be specific, right? When you speak things to the universe, you expect those things to come into fruition, correct? So you want to speak those things with a positive mindset, with the intention. Hang on. I'm frozen again. Please comments. Give me a second. I think I'm frozen again on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Yeah, so be very intentional. I'm sorry I keep freezing you all. I'm going to play these two comments real quick on stereo. Thank you all for liking and sharing, by the way.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because I'm overseas. Maybe that's the reason why it sounds a bit different for me. I don't know. But to go back to what the other gentleman said, yeah, I mean, of course, like, yeah, if you're, you know, good looking, you have nice house, nice cars, whatever, all of that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm living a good life. But the thing is, I don't think it's the actual material things that give me a good life. I think it's the fact that I've got like balance with my, even though I don't have my parents, I have balance with my brothers. You know, I have family and friends. I think that's what makes things, you know, makes things a lot better. Because I know a lot of unhappy rich people. Trust me. Well, okay, maybe not a lot, maybe like 4, like unhappy rich people.
That's so true. Money does not buy happiness. It does not solve all your problems. Money is just not one of them, right? That's very true. And that's why I said there has to be a well-rounded balance. And that's why with my Clearest Conscience, holistic lifestyle coaching, that is my approach. I speak on, you know, finding a balance in your spirit, in your mind, in your body, and then, you know, moving on to your wealth. You know, again, if you can have all the money, like she just said, you can have all the money, but if you're not in the right mindset, what good does it do? You know, if you're not grounded, you know, if you're not healthy, what good does it do? Right? So having a balance in life, and seeing a well-rounded picture in things is so important, right? I'm playing another comment from this young lady. Thank you for sharing, by the way. I appreciate it.
I think it's just that time of year where everyone is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to change my life and I'm going to delete this person from my life. I'm not going to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to call my ex anymore, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then do all of this, and then by January 2nd, January 3rd, they're back on the same bullshit.
That is so true. That is so very true. That's why I said it's so important to definitely set standards, set balances, set goals, right? Have some ambition. And my sister and I were just talking about that not too long ago, having boundaries and limitations, right? It's not enough to just set those boundaries. You need to make those boundaries clear out loud. You need to make those boundaries clear to individuals that need to know that they have new boundaries, that you have new boundaries, and they have new limitations, right? And a lot of us don't want to say that, but it's high time for us to do so. A lot of people talk about being selfish. Again, my cousin was over and he was talking about, you know, people sometimes see him as being selfish. You know, it's a fine line between selfish and seeing that self is, right? And a lot of times we have a difficult time prioritizing self in order to be our best for other people. And we have to stop doing that. It is not healthy. It is not productive. In fact, it can be counterproductive, right? So it's about mindset this year, you all. And I do agree with Charlie Sprinkles earlier. For those of you just tuned in, I read from nationaltoday.com from yesterday, which is my birthday, my 42nd life day, about the winter solstice. And I do agree. A lot of that article I skipped over because it does have a lot of pagan background to it. But I do like the part where it talks about rejuvenation and rebirth in this season, and being consistent. So when you see something grow, right, you don't want to see it wither away. You know, if you are planting a harvest, right, you don't expect it to wither away. You expect it to continue to grow to its full maturity, and you expect it to produce fruits, right? And that's what we need to start doing. We need to start allowing ourselves to grow and not be stagnant and not be chopped down, right? And be able to produce some fruits, right? That is so important. I'm gonna play another message really quick. This one's from Charlie Sprinkles. Thank you for waiting, King. Let's hear it.
And when saying your affirmations, do it with a glass of water and a glass, preferably. Mm-hmm. And you say within something positive about yourself, something positive about your family, something positive about the world, and something positive about what you want. Yeah.
I love it. Yes, so that's so true. So again, maybe a couple months ago, I did a live for my Wealth Builders Alliances every Friday. We were talking about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. I'm also in stereo, but I did that. That's so true. We talked about the water experiment, right? And speaking life into that jar of water. And like I was talking about, you know, you freeze that water, right? And you can see the crystals are more clear and more defined when in that frozen water than if you were to speak negative to a different glass or jar of water and let it freeze, you know. So that's it. It's called the Dr. Emoto water experiment or something like that. You can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty interesting. So yes, so true about that water. You speak life into that water. You purify your body when you drink it, you know, positivity. So I love that. Thank you so much, Charlie Sprinkles. I'm going to play. We've got a few more messages. Let's see what Pyro Jim has to say.
I mean, first of all, this is stereo. I mean, very few people have any boundaries on here. This is stereo. Do you know how many people, like, especially like before, like when people couldn't even put like their own photo up or anything? Like, very few people have boundaries on here, on this app.
And I agree with that. You know, I think I hear a lot of people say that. Again, shout out to D Mays, but my gaze cut. He speaks a lot about Clubhouse and the same situation. You're about, you know, Facebook, all these different things. And here's the thing to remember. It's not, I don't think it's a platform thing, because for me, I personally don't run into those issues because I choose not to engage in certain things. And so I'm so grateful that you all are here with me in a positive conversation, because I choose not to engage. If it's not productive for me, it's not worth my time. And that's where we have to get to the mindset of, we have to stop entertaining things, again, that have no substance, you know. So if I'm on social media, it's because I'm trying to make a difference and share something positive. I don't have time to share anything negative with anyone. I don't have time to get into it with people that I don't know, because at the end of the day, it's not people on a certain platform that don't have boundaries. People don't have boundaries and limitations and self-control and self-awareness in life, period, anymore. That is the problem. So I definitely agree with you, Queen. There is such a disconnect with self-awareness and self-actualization and self-accountability. And we get on these platforms and act just a plumb fool. And I just don't know why people entertain it. I just can't. I just skip right on by it. Because again, it's a mindset. It's what we want to attract. What do you want to attract? Right? What do you want to defend yourself against? You know, what will you not accept? You know, starting from this point on, right? I'm gonna play another message. Thank you so much, Queen. You're so right about that.
Yesterday, by the way.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
I just think people need to be true to their own selves and be true to their own character, because at the end of the day, I mean, even if you are like lying about who you are now, it's gonna come out later anyway. So you might as well just be honest. You know, like some people might say like, "Oh, Sapphire is a bit like she's too straight up or she's too rude or blah 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 whatever." But at the end of the day, I don't change. You know, and I think that's important, because I used to adapt to whoever I was speaking to, I used to kind of change my personality depending on who I was speaking to. I don't do that anymore, you know. But yeah, happy birthday for yesterday again.
Thank you, Queen. I certainly agree with that. Again, my sister and I were talking about that, you know, people's expectations of yourself. What are your own expectations of you? We cannot be people pleasers all the time. We want to try to do our best, right, in our personal lives. That's why I say, you know, my husband jokes at me all the time, my king, you know, I say all the time, you know, I am the queen of the world. And that doesn't mean anyone else's world. It means my world. It means that I get to control how my world goes, and whatnot. Now we can share, you know, space, and we can, you know, intertwine in one another's worlds, right? You can be the queen or king of your world, and I can be that of mine. And there's a mutual respect that should be had. And again, those boundaries where you know what line not to cross is so important. We have to get to those things, and we have to hold people accountable to those things. So I certainly agree with you. We cannot please everyone all the time. My grandmother told me a long time ago, I told her, you know, everyone loves you. You know, she said, oh no, honey, if everyone loves me, then there's something wrong with me and I need to check myself, right? Because that means that you are running around trying to conform to everybody else's expectations, right? Different people require and expect different things out of you, right? Depending on how you respond and how you present yourself. So you are so right, Queen. We have to be consistent and be true to ourselves. Okay. And it makes all the difference. So I'll play these few less comments.
I think you've had a positive experience on here because you've probably just been 100% authentic. That's probably why you've had a good experience on here, you know?
I agree. I don't like the nonsense. I don't know. I just refuse. I refuse. So yes, let's see what Charlie Sprinkles has to say.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. However you think you are, people don't think you like that. However you perceive yourself, people don't think so. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's so true. That is so true. Definitely have to be true to ourselves, right? Definitely to be true to ourselves. Let's see what Pyrogram has to say. Excuse me. Pyro Jim, I'm sorry, has to say again. I'm loving this conversation. Thank you all so much for engaging and for sharing. Let's see. You all hear my dog? You think my dog was big? She's a little bitty old beagle. She's not gonna bust a grape. Okay. Give me just a second. My stereo is cutting up again. Darn it, Charlie Sprinkles. Every time you say something positive, you get me kicked off of StreamYard. Give me just a second, because I want everyone to hear these comments. Okay. All right, back on. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Never mind, I see it. Okay. Okay, we're almost done, you all. We're going to play another comment. This algorithm keeps acting crazy, so we're almost done. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, please like and share. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube on Clear as Conscience, HLC podcast, and subscribe. Facebook, you can subscribe to Clear as Conscience page. And then, yeah, definitely make sure you check out my website, clearasconscience-hlc.com. Play this last comment right here.
My husband jokes with me all the time, like, you know, like, you should not be, well, this is what he says anyway, you know, like, the stereo is, they're not ready for someone that's as real as you are. My husband jokes with me about this all the time. He's like, why are you talking to a bunch of people who are like, most of them are, the majority of them are masquerading as something else? I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're not wrong, you're probably right.
I agree. And that's why I said, if I jump on here, I look for positive conversations. I look for positive conversations to engage in and to add value to, right? So again, giving and receiving, we have to add value to what we're presenting. And that's how you change the algorithm of things. And again, hold people accountable, right?
And also, sorry if I'm saying too much. I'm just like, I'm really vibing with this conversation. So yeah.
No, I love it. I love the feedback. I really do. Thank you so much. It makes sense. I think again, birds of a feather, you know, when you seek out to attract, and I just started following you too. So thank you so much. When we seek out to attract positive things and things that can benefit us, it makes all the difference. I've learned to, if you are negative, that is cool. I can't change how someone chooses to be, but I can choose whether or not I participate in it or not. And a lot of times I choose not to. So it's all about making decisions. And again, people, I think Charlie Sprinkle said it, people don't, the way you perceive yourself, other people don't perceive you like that, you know. And you can't always expect people to get it. And I don't. But I do definitely appreciate healthy relationships, relationships that you can grow in. So it's definitely meaningful, especially when we always have to be intertwined with people anyways. If you're at work or you're at church or at school or wherever you are, you know, find people that you can connect with. You know, how can you change the algorithm? How can you empower people to stop complaining and thinking more positively? You know, let's see what Charlie Sprinkles has to say.
People look for approval of other people. It's because they don't believe in themselves. So they give you someone they think you would believe in. You know what I'm saying? And they gain energy or something from people giving some type of energy towards their efforts of standing out. It's crazy, but that's how the people are programmed, because the people don't believe in themselves. So they look out for something outside of the body for gratification. You know what I'm saying?
I do. You're so right about that. So right. Definitely have to find ourselves and be true to ourselves and stand in that foundation, stand in that truth, and be okay with who you are. And if you are not, then take some time to self-evaluate, right? And be okay with growing, being okay with saying that you've had experiences in life and that you think differently now and you want different things. Do not ever let anyone hold you back and tell you that you can't, you know, and don't make excuses. You know, you either do or you don't. Right. So we are going to conclude this. I've been here for almost an hour. I want to spend some time with my king. I followed you all here on stereo. So I'm definitely looking forward to connecting with you all. Definitely go over to my website, www.clearasconscience-hlc.com. You can always email me at clearasconscience@gmail.com. I would love to stay connected with you all. I appreciate the feedback on stereo. We're definitely going to do this again. Queen, I catch Charlie Sprinkles often. Queen, I'm going to catch you, and we're going to rock this thing with some positive conversations and some positive content. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to thank everyone on Facebook and YouTube for subscribing, liking, sharing, right? We'll be back here next Friday, same time, same places, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I want you all to have a great evening.